Lisa here, and I wanted to pop on really quick because I had a really big aha moment today, and not necessarily in a good way. I'm getting ready to go out of town for NABO's leadership conference, and what I realized as I was prepping to go is that there are a couple places that I didn't delegate as well as I thought I had. So let me back up. I'm reading a book called Clockwork by Mike Michalowicz, which I am totally in love with. I've read it multiple times, and I'm working through some of the exercises. And he has this exercise in there about a 4D mix where you track your time, and his pieces that he identifies are do, decide, delegate, and design. Those are your 4 pieces. And ultimately, you would like the design piece to have more in it than it probably does right now. And the do piece, you'd like it to be a little bit less. So so design is better than delegate, delegate is better than decide, decide is better than do, is kind of how his formula goes. And as I was getting ready to go and talking with my 2 virtual assistants about things that I needed to have happen while I was gone, I recognized I was doing a lot of stuff in the deciding phase, not a lot of stuff in the delegating phase while we were having these conversations. And so here's the difference. Delegating means you have given someone the responsibility for the outcome. Deciding means you have given someone responsibility for the task. And what happens for your perspective is when they have responsibility for the task, they come back to you with questions. When they have responsibility for the outcome, they pretty much can move on their own. Now, I mean, I'm simplifying like 2 chapters in the book, but I just want to get it down to this piece. The piece about deciding means that if you are unavailable to answer questions, they are not able to continue working. And I'm setting up the fact that I'm going to be out of the office from Thursday when I fly out until late on the following Monday, realizing that as we're having these conversations, there are pieces in there that if I don't check my email and get back to them, they won't be able to move forward. And that is not a good thing. What happens next? And what do I advise for you? So the good news on my part is that it wasn't a lot of it, and I recognized it, so I'm going to be able to move forward. I'm hoping on your end, same thing, that there's not a ton of that happening, that your people aren't stuck waiting for answers from you, but that you've been able to delegate the outcomes, not just give away the tasks. We scheduled time, Holly, Dana, and I, to be able to, when I return from my trip, to be able to look at what were some of the things that we talked about during this meeting and how can we design the process better so that they're able to do it without needing me to answer questions along the way. And so that is my hope for you, is that today, actually, I have 2 hopes for you. So hope number 1 is that you hear the difference that I'm trying to share with you between decide and design, or decide and delegate. Oh my goodness. So the hope is that you hear the difference between decide and delegate. And you recognize if you're in a place where you thought you delegated out some things, and recognize that you really didn't. You just gave tasks away that still need your input along the way. And after that awareness piece, I'm hoping you then can go back and start to figure out, ooh, now how do I change that? Because the more that you can delegate, the less back and forth you have to do with the people who work for you, which means the more time you have to design how you want to run your business and your life. As always, any questions, aha moments, if you had one like I just had, please post it below.